Ladies and gentlemen, last week I pointed out that I was still boycotting Yorkshire tea, and loads of my marvellous, impeccably tasteful viewers probably responded by sending me dozens of packets of Rington's Geordie tea, as requested, and it made me think, isn't it about time for a boycott roundup? It's been a few years, and Bootneck's been avoiding a lot of things, because the woke degenerates think you're as soulless and as intellectually vapid as they are, and I like to think we hold ourselves to a higher standard. So let's have a quick reminder of what we should and shouldn't be buying, shall we? Right, first things first, the cherry on top of this toxic, radioactive sundae is, of course, Gillette. The worst a man can get. You all do remember this one, don't you? The sheer, unadulterated, weapons-grade soy of the Gillette advert. Here's a reminder.
Who's the daddy?
What I actually think she's trying to say.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
But something finally changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
But she says
And there will be no going back. Because we believe in the best in men.
Men need to hold other men accountable.
Smile, sweetie. Come on.
To say the right thing.
I love that. All he says is smile, sweetie, and his mate acts like he's just fingered his grandma. I mean, is it the crime of the century to tell a woman to smile? It's probably a little bit forward, a little bit patronising. It doesn't mean you want to dig up a grandma and bum a skeleton over the gravestone, does it? So Gillette can do one. Buy from a small company. Keep at it. I haven't bought one of their razors for years. And the one I did have, I pinched off my older brother. So technically, I didn't buy that either. Sorry, bro. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. He earns more than me. I should be legally permitted 4 or 5 thefts a year from me big brother. Next up is, of course, the aforementioned Yorkshire tea. PG and Yorkshire tea tell Black Lives Matter critics don't buy our tea. Roger, put me down for yes, Captain. The other thing with all these boycotts is they're all so easy to stick to. Unless you're one of these coffee snobs who, pretends he's getting subtle aromas of Civet ring piece or whatever it is that they claim that they can taste or smell when they're drinking coffee, and then promptly embarrass themselves because they do some blind testing and everybody says they prefer McDonald's scum core brew to the 50 or 60 quid bags that they all claim are the best. Unless you have taste buds far evolved from anybody I knows, you really can't tell the difference, can you? Things with tea is how long you boil the kettle for, how long you steep the bag for. If you like a strong cup, you leave it in for ages. If you like a weak cup, you take it out a bit earlier. It's trivially easy to do these boycotts, so do it. Show these sparrow-born simpering soy boys what happens when you sow the wind and reap the whirlwind. We've got more money than them. Hippies don't have any money. They live in wigwams and spend all the money on wacky-backy. We control the purse strings. Let these foul-smelling pot-bellied hippies smoke the Maui Wowie and be done with it. They've already boycotted soap, so we've got the advantage over them anyway. Q-Rig, after they pulled their advertising off Fox, another nakedly political brand, don't buy it. Fortunately, they're a lot easier to avoid in the UK than they are in the United States, but even then, it's not difficult. I mean, most of this stuff, it's liquid cancer, isn't it? Liquid cancer. The Bootneck only drinks 3 things: water, tea, and booze. Right, now I'm well aware that's slightly ironic, because alcohol's carcinogenic, but there is nothing good comes out of drinking pop. It's a liquid chainsaw for your teeth. It's diabetes on a stick, and it's just a waste of calories. If you want something sweet, wouldn't you rather have like a Snickers than a pint of lemonade or something? It's just liquid sugar. Plus, there's alternatives to all of them. If you like Dr. Pepper, get Cherry Coke. If you like 7-Up, get Sprite, etc. Schweppes, so avoid them when you're getting your tonic water. I am from Borough, I don't buy the good tonic water anyway. I like the Aldi stuff. Aldi's harsh, metallic, slimline tonic water. Bellissimo. The posh stuff, it knocks me sick. It's like 10 generations of rickets and scurvy. My DNA knows what posh tastes like and it rebels against it. They also own Krispy Kreme. I know they sell in the UK and they provide McDonald's with the coffee as well. Again, buy the cheap shite. You can't tell the difference anyway. Netto's off-brand coffee that looks identical to the big brand stuff. You can't taste the difference, trust me. Although, again, I have got British taste buds. They are notoriously unreliable. due to decades of blandness and misery, eating whatever my grandmother rustled up in the northeast of England. It wasn't jalapeno peppers and saffron. While all these sun-kissed Californians were wandering around eating of the bounty of their fields, I was wandering around North Yorkshire moors licking a turnip. Nike's up next. Remember this lot? Sharon Davies called for a boycott over a campaign that is a kick in the teeth to women. It is a kick in the teeth to women. If you're a woman and you buy Nike, you might as well sew your minge shut. That's how much of a kick in the teeth it is to women. And if you're a bloke, yeah, cut the middleman out and knock your mum's piano keys out with a brick, because that's what you're doing when you buy Nike products, alright? Don't do it. Buy Adidas instead. Easy. Adidas is better anyway. I remember when I had a Nike football shirt when I was a teenager. I washed it twice. If you turned it inside out, you could shave with it. I went for a jog wearing it. I chiselled one of my nipples off. Seriously, I've still got the scars. My left nipple looks like boiled leather. I'd take my shirt off and show you, but YouTube might give me a strike. Like, you know, think I'm an OnlyFans model. It looks like a scampi flavoured fry. And last, but by no means least, AB InBev. Now, again, this can be quite tricky because A, British people drink too much, and B, when they bought out SAB Miller, they did amalgamate a ton of brands under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella. Well, I'll show you again. You need to see it, don't you? Essentially, Budweiser and Bud-Lite are just the first links in this festering chain. They also own drinks that sell quite well in the UK and in the United States, including Rolling Rock, Goose Island, Kona. I did like Kona beer. Stella Artois, Pacifico, Corona, Foster's, Bass, Grolsch and Leffy. Hoegaarden too, eh? So there's about 10 beers that I like there. But who cares? Who cares? It's not hard. And if you want to stare at yourself in the mirror and be proud of the principled, steely glare that looks back at you, stick to it. They've all got alternatives. There's loads of good microbrews now. I love going to visit all the little tiny breweries back in England whenever I go and visit the relatives. There's a few class ones in and around Middlesbrough. Give them your money. Find out who's a local brewer and give them your money instead. Support local business and crush our nefarious foes all in one fell swoop. Winner. Easy, innit? Anyway, that was a quick roundup. I tried to make it comical, but to be honest, I haven't got much to work with. I'm talking about faceless organisation. It's not really a source of endless hilarity to me, but I do want you to take it seriously, because it matters. Don't buy Gillette. Nike can do one. Anheuser-Busch and InBev can kiss my left knacker, and PG and Yorkshire tea will be missed like a hole in the head. I don't care. It's no skin off my nose. I'm hoping it's going to cost them some. If a couple of million people approach this stuff as aggressively and stubbornly as I do, they would be skint, they would feel it, and the accountants might have a whisper in the shell and say, maybe we should stop playing this stupid political game, lads. But anyway, let me know what you think. If I've missed any brands or big stories, companies that should be added to the Bootneck list, let me know and I'll do it. I will do it with gusto. And every time I nibble on, sip, or don a product, safe in the knowledge that I'm not adding any revenue at all to the coffers of our eternal embittered foes, I'll get a little bit of blood in it. A little bit of blood in it. A satisfying semi-on. Alright, thanks for watching. See you all very soon. Cheers.